Sir, I have joined through phone. There's no power at my house due to rain.
Oh, okay, okay. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in the accounts payable, first you have a account group. You have to define the account group. Then you have to create number ranges, and after that you have to assign the number ranges. So up to these three steps we have done yesterday. I think you got that right. Like record you got no yesterday's record you got it.
Yes, sir.
Say what is the username? 25
So
what?
44 user 26. 26.
India at 123, right? So in GL account, apart from the GL accounts, like I told you, some additional topics like how to hold the document and how to park the document. Like FV 50, FV 50, like FV 65, like that is there.
Okay.
So this all like how you can hold the document.
Document.
Enter document date today's date. Then what is the company code? So here, oh, SON. Okay, it's coming default here. Yeah. So
Yes,
here,
sir.
so enter, select the GL account. Enter, for example, like cash account, then debit, then enter the amount. So like this, without completing the document,
Hmm?
you can park.
Class.
You can park the document like this. Then later on, you can come back here and you can say whenever the user want to complete the document, he can come to the document. He can post it. Display, change, the change mode. You can select. So like this, you can complete. So parking means you can just park the document. Like if you have any information not completed, or maybe like one user is going to park the document by entering the information, the other user can complete and he can post it. Like that, whole document also there. Document is posted. Then you can go to FS10N and you can see the document flow or balance, account balance, FS10N. So here enter, for example, share capital account, I'll enter whichever account you want to see the balance, you can check like this. So this is what actually we have done. Then after that, see here, OMSG. Share you also, like just I'm repeating one time. One short code is there. OMSG. OMSG to define the vendor account group. Some code you can enter. Example, Hindustan vendor account group like this. You can give the code and name and save it. Then OMSJ one time transaction code is there. Path you can refer like yesterday's video records. Now see here, what I'll do, like I'll assign a number range. What number range I can create? Then what I'll do, because everybody has, it's a complete full, the system is full. Every user has created almost all the numbers, so I'll assign one existing number. Number ranges I told you in the GL account also, how to assign the document number ranges. So like that you can assign number range here. If you have created account group, so go to account group, then you can assign the number range here. You can see there is a XX means the external number, right side external means external number, otherwise system will generate the numbers. External number means user has to select the numbers. So that is the difference here. Save it. So like that I have assigned the number ranges to vendor account group. Okay, so vendor account we created, vendor account number range is also SCN. Okay, next what you should do, you have to create a GL accounts. So I am talking about like accounts payable scenario. Accounts payable scenario means purchase accounts. In purchase account, once you set up the vendor master, then what is required next? You have to set up the GL accounts. Next you have to set up the GL accounts. Now you can click on create button here. Now see here, for example, what we'll do, we will create a purchase account will create, or raw material consumption account will create. I don't remember the number, but just a random number entering, but I'll change this number.
Okay, sir.
So from here you have to select. So we are creating raw material consumption accounts here. So the number is 300, 100. What I'll do, I'll select blank here. Then again click on create button here. Say no, 300, 100. Enter. So account group. So we're creating raw material consumption account. Okay. Now you're going to take it as a purchases. So profit and loss account or short text account. I'll enter raw material consumption account. Raw material consumption account. Then go to control data tab. Only balance in local currency. Tax category you can select. For example, purchase tax means only input tax allowed. Input tax you can select. This one or maybe this one. This one I'll select. Only input tax means purchase tax. Input tax means purchase tax. Purchase tax with tax configuration is there. I'll show you that separate. Posting without tax allowed you select now. What you should do? Posting without tax allowed. Then line item display. Then sort key 001. Posting date. What I'm doing here? I'm selecting document to be posted based on the posting date or based on the, like you can see, vendor number. When you create a reconciliation account, you can select this, but we are creating related to raw material consumption account. So I will go that as per the posting date. Then go to create bank tab. Now here you can enter either you can enter G001, otherwise you can enter raw material consumption account. So you can enter G003. After that, you can save it. Okay. So what is the next required? Share what is the next account is required? We created raw material consumption account.
Sir, I think she's facing some network issue. She left. I think she will rejoin now.
Okay, okay.
So we'll wait.
Okay, raw material consumption account. See, when we talk about the purchase account, in purchase account, you required vendor reconciliation account.
Okay.
Vendor reconciliation account.
Okay.
Then another account is required is purchase account or raw material consumption account.
Okay.
So raw material consumption account we have created. Next, what we can do, we just go to click on create button.
Create. Okay.
If it is account receivables, then you can create that as assets. Accounts liabilities, we are creating a vendor trade payables account. You can also call it as a trade payables account. So
Trade
100,
payables
300 is there. I'll do one thing. 100, 301 I'll enter. Next number I'm
301.
creating.
Okay. Type or description.
Yeah, this is liabilities, current liabilities.
Current liabilities.
Balance sheet. So I'll create this as a trade payables account.
Account.
Trade payables means accounts payables account.
Accounts payable.
Payables account.
Sir, I just have one doubt here. So, current assets and liabilities, whatever it's related to, will come under balance sheet, and the rest all
Yes.
expense, sales, everything will come
Yes,
under
like
P&L
profit and
statement
loss.
account.
Yes.
Okay. Sales, everything will be in P&L account, na, sir?
Yes, yes. Sales,
Okay.
administrative expenses, that also you won't
Only
take.
only assets and liabilities will come under balance sheet account.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, sir. Okay, got it.
Even you can create a separate account like material accounts also.
Okay.
That maybe you can take that into like material accounts. You
Sir,
can take a balance sheet if you need. But here we are taking purchase account. As per the
purchase
scenario,
account. Okay.
it
Okay,
depends on
sir.
the clients how they are practicing.
Okay,
We
sir.
also
Okay.
have, you can see here, almost we have certain things you are not sure whether you are going to put that into, for example, like liabilities or anything like reserves and surplus and so on. Then you can put that into other GL account. So like that you have, because depends on the requirements. So you have a groups. All
Okay,
fixed
sir.
assets here, I say fixed asset you have.
Okay.
Even you can have a account group like current assets. Say we have current assets here.
Okay.
Current liabilities you have. Depreciation accounts you have. Like this.
Depreciation. Okay. Okay.
Interest
Okay.
account you have. Manufacturing cost, like manufacturing cost is expense. Production
Oh,
cost.
yes. Yes.
You
Yes.
need to
Yes.
get that as a manufacturing cost you have to create.
Manufacturing cost. Yeah. Okay.
Personal cost, maybe HR
Personal
cost,
cost.
sales
Expense. Yeah.
revenue, like this.
Expense.
What we
Okay.
have done here is raw material consumption I created. Raw
Okay.
material, now under current liabilities, we are getting accounts payable account. So give the name, go to
Okay.
control data.
Only
Now
balance and look.
only balance in local currency, but possibly this currency vendors maybe they're going to make a payment in foreign currency. That's
Dollars
why,
also. Okay. Fine. Okay.
without selecting this also, you can leave blank. That means don't put the
Okay.
tick mark. Now, this you can
So,
select.
sir, that depends, na, sir. Like, it depends upon the
Depends.
vendors.
Yes, depends. If you want, you can
Okay.
select. But generally,
Okay.
that's why that one message will come here. Posting
Oh,
without
okay.
tax is allowed.
Okay.
Reconciliation account. What we are creating reconciliation account? It's a vendor account.
Vendor. Okay.
Vendor account. So line item display. So here you can enter 0, 1, 2. Let me check vendor number. You have to sort the posting according to vendor number.
Vendor number. Okay.
You have to do the posting according to vendor number.
Okay.
Sorting means putting in order while posting the document.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay. That
So,
also depends, na, sir. Like sometimes we should
yes,
give
if you
other
want,
sort
you can
here.
say, but generally it is recommended vendor account that 0, 1, 2 only.
Zero
But if you
one
want,
two.
you can assign other also, like maybe document date, like that.
001 also we can. Okay.
We are assigning that for general accounts.
Okay. Okay.
For a P&L account, like revenue, like sales accounts, revenue account, like that. Because that means like you want to post that based on that. For example, when you enter the cash account, we have not selected that. We selected value account because why means that is based on the value date only. So then it will start and it will post according to value date. Example,
Validate.
today if you are entering the amount in, let us take like some foreign business, you are
Okay.
buying in US dollars, and that maybe today if you have purchased, for example, some goods worth of $5,000, but $5,000 in Indian rupees today, maybe let us assume that 35,000.
Okay.
But after 1 week, the value will change. 35,000 will become 37,000. So which amount you want to pay? You want to pay based on the value date, then you are going to select value date.
Validate.
That's why
Okay.
for cash, we have selected value date for that. When we created GL account, we have selected value date. Here,
Validate. 027. Okay.
like
Okay.
that.
Okay. Okay.
You got the example, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If
I
you
got it.
select normal, then probably like even if 35 or 37, but it will take posting date means 35 was there while entering.
Mhm.
But maybe if you have to pay in foreign currency, the day when you are paying, that amount maybe it might have increased because of foreign exchange, the
Mhm.
fluctuation in the market. Then you have to pay in dollars only for foreign supplier,
Okay.
whatever the amount, right? So that's why you have this certain key like that.
Okay. Okay.
Go to create bank tab. Now enter vendor reconciliation account here. Shreya not joined. Huh?
Yeah, she is there, sir.
I joined that, sir.
So here now, see when you create a sales revenue account, G029 we are selecting. But now what is the account we are creating? Vendor payables account. That is also called as a reconciliation account. You can also call it as a trade payables account because payables, when you purchase, you have to make a payment, so payable account. Receivables means you are going to, that is a customer account. Now we are creating purchase account. No, purchase account means payable account. G067 for reconciliation account. When you create accounts payables or account receivables, you have to assign that group reconciliation account. That's why here you can see reconciliation account type. We have selected vendor
Okay, sir.
G067 reconciliation account, then save it. Okay, these two accounts we have created. Okay, now next what we have to do? Vendor master creation. Vendor master creation. So told you FK01 is the T code to create a vendor master record. Now enter the company code, enter the account group, because here this vendor group has a external accounting number. It will tell you what is the number range assigned to that group. Okay, select the title company. So example, you enter the supplier name. I'll select example. Let me take ABC Bangalore Transports. Then enter the search terms here. ABC country. Enter it. Enter this. These are all like optional. Go to, after entering the address, go to accounting information accounting. So here you have to select that reconciliation account. Here, Shreya. So you will get here accounts payable account here. You select this. Then go to cash management group. Now cash management group means when you are doing this business with this vendor, is it a local vendor or foreign vendor? So according to that you have to select. Domestic payment means local. Foreign means foreign.
Okay, sir.
Select A1, enter, enter this, enter this. One second, I'll cancel. So some more thing here. I'll show you this later. Like here, payment terms you can assign here. Payment terms. Example, assign. You select anyone here. I'll select 001. Payable immediately do net. enter. Dunning procedure separate topic is there, so that time I'll tell you this. Just enter, click on yes, save it. So now vendor number is created. Okay. What is next, Shreya? After vendor, see what we have done now. Vendor account created, number ranges we have created. GL account which is required for raw material consumption we have created, or purchase account we created. Then vendor reconciliation account also created. Next master data also we have created.
Yes, sir.
Next you have to create an invoice. What we will do? Purchase invoice.
Yes. FB60 code.
\n FB60 FB60. So select the vendor, whatever that 6 crore one something is there. So to identify that, what we can do, search term ABC we have entered. Bangalore transports here. Enter invoice date, today's date.
Today's.
Now assume that vendor invoice amount is, for example, 45,000. Enter the amount. Actually here your chart of account is SON, correct, right? Yeah, enter raw material consumption account. Then enter the amount. Same amount, like how much is that? 45,000. Debit side, credit side. This is debit side. This will take credit side. Vendor will take credit side, and this account enter debit side. Now click on simulate button. Enter. Simulate to check debit and credit balance. Okay, one more thing you can see here. We created a number ranges, right? Document number ranges. For what?
Yes, sir.
Vendor account I showed you, then also GL accounts also we did. So one number range is required. See here, number range 19 is missing. So what you do here, I'll create one number range. Go to create new session. So T code is FBN1. If you want, you can note down FBN1 T code to create a number ranges. Shortcut. In IMG we have done that. FBN1. So what is the company code? S900, right?
Yes, sir.
See here. Serial number 19 is required. So I'll go back, I'll add here. Go to, click on change interval, plus interval, 19 is required, 2021, that means current year, 2021. So I will follow that. You can see here, all GL accounts, some sequence is there. So everything starting from some numbers are selected. For example, 1 to 100, 101 to 200, 201 to 300, like that. So this way, 19 means I'll enter number like this. 9099, like this. Got it, right? Save it. Number and just example like this here. 15 means 1500 1599. 16 means 16000 16999, like this. This way you can assign some numbers for different years, different document types, document numbers. 16 I'll enter 2021. This already last time I told you in GL account like how to copy the number ranges in the starting in GL accounts. Document numbers, document numbers and okay, now 1600 I'll start like this. Then ending number 160999 like this. Save it. Go back. Now we can go to this document. Enter. Once you enter, the system says GL account 300100 is relevant to tax, because with or without tax you can select. So what I am doing now, without tax I am selecting, just enter. Once you simulate, you are getting this document, right? See here, two posting keys are there, 31 and 41. So this is for debit,
Yes, sir.
one for credit, 31. Okay, so you can click on simulate button to see the entries. You can simulate like this. You can see the details like debit and credit. So you have this credit, this is debit. Debit to raw material account, raw material consumption account, credit to like vendor account. No, post it. Okay, so like see for this also like we did yesterday, right? No item
Yes.
category assigned to. So this will come. So we have to assign that to vendor accounts. So click on here. Continue without specific project. Enter the chart of accounts. Now see here, we are grouping as a categories here. Each GL account whatever we created. So I'll go to new entries. I'll enter this account from a new account. Then this category I'll take, because we are taking this raw material consumption account. This is raw material consumption, right? Let me check. See, if it is material account, if you want to put into this category, then you can select material accounts. Save it. Enter. Go back. Simulate. I think maybe other one also may be required. Let me check. Okay. That's, yes, this is actually sorry, not raw material. This is accounts payable account, no? Oh, raw material correct only. Let me check. Three hundred, 100. I'll do one thing. This I'll put this as a expense. From here you can select the accounts which you want to group under the category.
Okay, sir.
100, 301 also you want to put into one category, because there's accounts payable account. Now you can see here balance sheet and company code, customer, vendor. Because this is relevant to vendor, so you can select vendor. Now go back. Post it. What is this again? There is no item category assigned to account 300, 100
300.
is coming, right? Go to FS00. Let me take this general. Actually, like if you want to deactivate, you can deactivate here. Because each time it is asking, so if you don't want, otherwise you have to activate if required.
Sir, is it necessary to keep it activated or
Depends on that. If they want to activate that special splitting account, then you can do that. If not required, it's not required. But if required, like already we have done. So like that only, each account you have to assign in the group. Category in category you have to assign it. Let me just go back and come again. P60. Text, you can type something here. For example, vendor invoice posting. Vendor invoice posting. Enter, simulate, and posting. Okay, now document is posted. So you can select this number. If you want to check the balance, FK10N. /N FK10N. See the vendor account balance. So enter the vendor number and company code fiscal year and click on clock button to view the account balance. See like this. Okay, next vendor outgoing payment. Now, vendor invoice you have entered. For example, you have purchased some 45,000 rupees goods worth of 45,000 rupees. Next, you have seen the balance. Vendor account balance is showing 45,000. Now, assume that you want to make a payment. Now, so you want to make a partial payment, full payment. So we did that scenario in GL account, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We did.
Same way here also, full payment, partial payment, remaining payment they can do. Go to accounting here, financial accounting, accounts payable. Here balance FK10N. Outgoing payment F-53. Go to enter the T code or select from the easy access. Go to post outgoing payments under vendor accounts payable. Then enter the document date, today's date. You can see the document type KZ. Starting, I told you when you create a GL account, some important document types. Asset accounting,
Yes.
accounting document. Then for customer account DA, customer invoice, like DR, DZ for customer payment. For vendor, it is going to start with K. KR invoice, vendor invoice, KZ vendor payment. Previously, we created, that is the backend, you have vendor invoice automatically. But here, vendor payment, it shows document type KZ here. Now, enter the account, maybe the cash account or bank account. Okay, enter the amount, 45,000. So enter the text, outgoing payment posting. Now select to the which vendor, that ABC transport, whatever is there, you select. Let me sort out according to company code here. Go to the tab company code, enter, now enter. So ABC Bangalore Transport, this is the vendor. So we are making a payment to this vendor. Then click on enter. Process open items here. See here also you can see here, number range is missing. So I told you number range. FBN1 number is missing. So what I'll do, I'll add plus interval 15 2021 15000 150999. So I'm selecting this much range for this particular year and for this document. Okay, now click on process open items. One more thing I can see here. I told you last time, like you can set the limit for the document. T043, like for example, like employees, I told you to set some limit, debit side and credit side in GL account. Same way, in accounts payable also you can set that limit. I'll go to SM311T code and enter T043G. That message we got, the same table view I'm taking. Otherwise, you can go to IMG, you can enter that. Click on, see, it is taking to IMG only. So we are talking about here account receivables, account payables account. Define tolerances. There are two things are there. If you want to define the same defined tolerance for customers and vendor, then you can do this for both customers and vendors.
Okay.
See the path here. Financial accounting. Then financial account receivables, account payables. Under that, incoming payments and manual incoming payments. So this is like the outgoing payment side. If you want to go, you can go this side. So 2-3 places you will get this. Here financial accounting. If you want, you can go here. Financial accounting. This is financial accounting new because this for general ledger. SAP has renamed like this. If you want, you can go here. Accounts receivables, account payables, vendor account. Here balances. Sorry, not balance, line item. Go to line item. Open item clearing. 1 second. Correspondence. Not this one.
Sir, every time we make
No,
an
only
entry, we'll be getting.
one time. One time is required. See here, I'll show you. I told you business transaction. Last time we did this. I'll show you here for GL accounts. Similarly, I have to do for account receivables, account payables also. What we did, that's limit we set for the employees. Here, open item clearing, clearing differences. We did this, if you remember. Different tolerance group for employees, different tolerance group for GL accounts. For your company, let us check now. Yes, 900. Yes, 900. I don't know, let me check here. You don't have, if you don't have S900, group not required, only you can say how much difference is accepted. Debit side, for example, 30 I'll enter, 1% I'll enter. Credit side also I'll enter 30, 1 I'll enter. Only tolerance difference will accept within this this limit. If it is exceeding, see here what is the table name it is saving? T043S. Now what we got? T043G. G for like there are T also there, G is there, S is there. S means GL account. For employees also you have, because somebody is working, that's why it's locked. We will see that later. Same like this, accounts payable side you have to assign.
Okay.
Business transaction. Go to business transaction. Open item clearing. In GL accounts also same under balance business transactions. Open item clearing. Clearing differences. See here. Define tolerances for customers and vendors. Majority of the times the transaction will be displayed here. Left side you can see here like this. Okay, now go to new entries. Company code S900. You enter your company code. Group is not required. I told you basis will enter this. Now here you enter what is the permitted payment differences. If any difference in the payment, then the system will accept. So you are entering some limit. 100 I am entering, 2% I am entering, and 5 rupees as a adjustment discount I can do. Similarly, loss also, I'll accept 100 rupees or 50 rupees, or maybe like 1% or 2%, and 5 I can adjust. Then save it. Understood, right? See here, T043G is the table name. That is the message came when you're posting that.
Yes.
What happens when the user the document limit is exceeding or going within the limit, beyond the limit, then the user will get a message. Okay. Now you can see here how much you entered, 45,000, assigned 45,000. Then post it. The document is posted. See here, this is the document.
Yes.
Now banks /n FK10N you can check. Account balances. Okay, one more thing. One more transaction is there, right? Let us enter that. FBL1N. Sorry, not here. Not this one. Yeah, we entered this. So here, see, you can also check the document. You can display the document once you enter the document. See here, this is the document we posted now. Company code is this one. Fiscal year is 2001. You can display like this.
Okay, sir.
This is for vendor account balance. Now you can see here, there is no cumulative balance here. It's cleared.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this one scenario in accounts payable is over. So like this, several times you have to do that complete scenario.
Okay, sir.
So what you have
Okay,
to do,
sir.
for example,
So we can create
yeah,
multiple dummy account groups.
yeah. One time I want to show you. Okay, you are using mobile, I think, right? So Suyog, what about you? Laptop?
Even I am also using mobile, sir.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Skype.
Fine, you practice and then you let me know.
Sure, sir, sure.
Accounts payable is over, then accounts receivable is there. But accounts payable, there is one more topic is there. Down payment transaction is there. Down payment. So I'll do one thing now. I'll tell you the steps in account receivables.
Okay, sir.
I think we can complete that as well. Shall we complete that also? Same like this only. Same like how we did accounts payable. Almost it looks same. But only thing is sell side.
Okay.
Okay, otherwise I'll do one thing. Let us create tax accounts. Tax determination. Okay. So what I'll do now? Tax determination I'll do. Tax determination. This is important actually. Taxation is important. Actually, what you do here is you are going to define that tax codes as required in the purchase and sales. Define tax codes. Example, you need for purchase tax. You need purchase tax, and you need a sales tax. Okay, you can add more, but I'm adding one from purchase side, one for sales side, or maybe if you want to add, you can add more also. This is actually called as a tax and sales and purchases. Tax and sales or purchases. VAT also you got GA GST also occurring, but GST has a separate configuration, but something similar to that only. If you know this, that you can do. Now, what we have to do, some basic settings are required. What are things we have to do? Some basic settings are required. Then you have to do the calculation procedure. Procedure you have to do. So how the procedure has to work? So you have to configure. Then you have to assign the tax codes or tax procedure. For example, tax procedure. Example tax procedure I'll tell you. Let me take here IND 100. Some code you can enter. Some code you can enter. You can assign this tax procedure INT 10 to your company code S900. What is your company code? S900, right?
Yes, sir.
To that company code you can assign this code.
Okay, sir.
You can assign that to your company code. Next, to define the each tax codes, like I told you, purchase tax, sales tax, like that. FTXP is the T code. FTXP to define the tax codes.
Okay, sir.
Now you can go to IMG. SPRO. Go to SAP reference IMG. Okay, here one more thing is what you required. After the tax codes you create, you also need GL accounts you have to assign. GL accounts you have to create. One purchase tax account. Another one you need a sales tax account. But these accounts also called as input tax account. This is the input tax account. This is the output tax account. In GL account we have seen that link, only input tax allowed, only output tax allowed, like that. Output tax account. I'll show you here. FS00. We have to create the account, GL account. Examples here. One purchase tax account I'll create. 100, 105 a letter. Administrative expenses. Then profit and loss account. Then purchase tax account. Go to control data. Only balance in local currency. here this is important. Tax category, input tax. Posting without tax allowed. Line item display 001. There is 001. General I'm setting here. Then save it. So like this, purchase tax account, sales tax account you have to create. I can tell you here, like if you want to create more accounts, now you can take some reference here. If you want to add your own, like some other different accounts. Here, input tax. You can search. Input tax means purchase tax.
Purchase.
Here like this, you can either you can put that like administrative expenses as a because purchase expenses is expenses, right? Purchases like that you can enter into expenses, or you can put that into this way also you can create like general ledger account. So here only balance in local currency. Then sort key. These are for asset purchases. That's why you have asset number. You understood, right? Otherwise, this is not required. Because because even tax also for assets also there is a tax. That's why this is different, but something similar to that. See, you can see here. One more, let me check here. Is here. So there is no sort key here because may not required. That's why for this input tax it's not entered because that is a purchase tax for assets. So that's why you have that. You had that. See here G001 like this. Here output tax account. Output tax account means sales tax account. Sales tax account.
Yes, sir.
See, actually, the best thing what you can do, if you want, you can put under GL accounts, general ledger accounts, both input and output. Both input and output account you can enter. Because sometimes it depends on the practice of different countries and according to that principles, right? So you can enter that. Output. Here you can search. So no sort key required here. Then general, this way. FS00. other GL accounts here. Other GL account you have. So 100, 500. What you can do? Click on create button. Okay, first you select 100, 500. No. Click on create button. Say no. Enter now. 100, 500 starting for other GL accounts. Enter. Second, select other GL account, balance sheet account, like input tax account. Input tax account. Go to control data. Select posting without tax allowed. Input tax means you have to select only input tax allowed. If you want, you can put this. Otherwise, you can leave blank. In G001, save it. Here, local, keep the balance in local currency because this is required. This one is talking about keep that local only balance in local currency because that tax transaction may be in local currency only. That's why you're getting. So you can change that if you want. Just go back. FS00. Come here, select only balance in local currency. Now one more I'll create for output tax. So this is for output tax account. And go to control data. Here you have to select output because we are creating output means sales tax account. Save it. So like this. So once you have a GL account, now we can continue that. Tax configuration. Like I told you here, what is required? You have to start from tax determination like basic settings. Accounts we have created so that it will be ready so we can assign. Go to SPRO, SAP reference IMG, financial accounting global settings. Under that you can see tax on sales and purchases here. Tax on sales and purchases under financial accounting global settings. Go to basic settings, check calculation procedure. The first two steps not required, directly can go to define procedure. We'll create one procedure, we'll assign to country India. If you have different procedure, you create a procedure, tax procedure, you assign to USA. If you have a different procedure, tax procedure for maybe Canada, then you are going to create one tax procedure assigned to Canada, like this. Define procedure, go to new entries. Yes, 9000, I'll enter. Your whatever the company you have, Sion Tax India procedure. Give the name. Select this line. Go to double click on this control data folder. Then go to see here one table is there. Here you are going to create how you want the tax to be calculated. EASB is the default table field is there. Condition type is there. Sorry, condition type is there. Base amount. EASB means base amount. See here. Another step I'll enter 20. MWVS I'll enter for input tax. 30 I'll enter MWAS for output tax. What I have done? One is a base amount. Base amount means some X amount. For example, if you are calculating 10% tax on example laptop, or we have done purchases 45,000 like a vendor invoice we created. On 45,000 you are making 10% tax. So like that. What is the base amount? That X amount we are taking, that 45,000 as a base amount. That is a base amount here. When you calculate input tax, you are going to calculate on base amount, correct? Whatever the amount, 40,000, 50,000, whatever the amount you enter, on that amount it has to calculate. That's why what we do, 10. Input tax will be calculated on base amount. Output tax also will be calculated on base amount. 10 means it will calculate whatever the base amount you have in the documents which you are posting. Now, this MWS, one link is there with the GL accounts. Input tax account means you have to assign that relevant input tax VST will be there. VST for input tax account. Here VST input tax. Because what is the second line? Input tax. So what kind of GL account is required? Input tax related account is required. VST. VST means just now we created two accounts: input tax account, output tax account in FS00. So that will has a link. Actually, we will do that later. Now, what is this? Output tax account. Output tax means sales tax. For sales tax, here you have MWS. People might have created here by copying that. What we'll use? See here, input tax we have said for purchase. Similarly, you have MWS for output tax. Here, output tax, MWS. These are standard. Into also, if they ask you, they are going to ask you this, and you have to tell this only. What is the configuration you have done? How you do tax configuration means whatever we are doing tax configuration, you have to tell about this session. Like I'm explaining here. This one you have to tell. GST means also you can tell about that, but yes, in the real time you need to customize a little bit because general tax procedure is different, and according to country, the tax, the VAT or GST will change. Right? Example, GST will not be used in some other country, so they have their own tax. But what are the basic configuration they do like this only? What I'm telling you now. So you can tell about tax determination means you have to do these things. All these steps you have to tell. Now, I'll tell you what we have done. Procedure we have created. What we have done? Procedure. So that's what actually we are assigning here, no? So save it. Transaction keys, the short keys we have assigned. Those are all called as a transaction keys. That identifies which GL account. VST means what? VST MWS. That identifies what GL account it has to post when it comes to input tax. Output tax means what GL account it has to put. MWS is the link for GL account and for this type. So now go back. One procedure we have created. Then you have to assign that procedure to your country. I will go to position here. In IN means India, right? Enter. Somebody else has assigned here because only one person can assign here, or only one in a system you can assign for a country. I'll enter what we created. Yes, 9000. Correct? Save it. Enter. Now for this, whoever is going to create in this system, this tax will apply. Okay.
So later, if anyone is creating another new procedure, so they will again
for
change
different
it
country,
there, right?
yeah, different country you can create a different tax procedure. You can assign to that country. That's why you have assigned country to calculation procedure. See UAE, Armenia, for example, you can see here Armenia, something like this. You want to assign, then whatever you created, like this you have to assign. If you have created procedure, new procedure, it's like this. Depends on the country. Because since generally we use India, so I'm assigning one procedure I created and I have assigned. But there are some countries to countries. Some countries there is a different procedures are there. Brazil, Argentina, like this.
Yes.
additional. So now these are not required. That is only for those countries which additional things are required. Now go to calculation next. After the basic settings, go to calculation. Define tax codes for sales and purchases. What you are doing? Define tax codes for sales and purchases. Okay, what is the country? If the US, you enter US. If India means IN, you enter. Now you have to enter what is the code required. You have to choose your codes. Example, I'll enter here H0. What entered? H0. I'm just taking 2-digit code. I'll enter this. Purchase tax 0%. Because some goods may have a 0%, some may have 10%, some may have 20%. So you have to create according to that. Then tax type. The tax type which I'm creating, see here input output. That's all we are doing here. Input and output.
Yes, sir.
So input means input to select. Output means you have to select output. So what we are creating, I told you purchase tax means input tax, V.
Input.
Then to check that ID, put check ID button. These are relevant to European Union, so not required now. Just enter. Now you have to enter what is the value. What is the value we are telling here? 0% means enter 0. Like this. Save it. Because exempted items are non-taxable items. Understood, right?
Yes, sir.
Then one more I'll create H1, H0, H1, H2, H3. You can add, if you need, you can add more. Now I'll enter purchase tax 20% type. That means another code I'm creating for 20%. When the user is going to select this, that means the tax is 20% is applicable on those services or products. Then tax type, I'll select V, then put the tick mark. So this is not a 0%, this is 18%. So sorry, not 18, 20 I'll enter because we are selecting 20 there. So we are not talking about output here, just leave blank. Enter only input tax because we are talking about only input tax here. Then save it. Okay, similarly, I'll create one more, for example, R9. Enter. This is I'm creating for sales tax 0% tax account. So tax type output I have to select because this is sales tax. Then just to system is going to perform the check during the end user. So check ID, enter, then enter here. 0% means it is 0. So save it. Then again I'll enter R8, I'll create. Or yes, I'll enter otherwise. Or some number you can enter. Okay, R8, let me enter. So here, for example, 18% sales tax. Sorry, this is output tax. Put the tick mark. And the output tax you have to enter 18%. Enter the value 18 and save it. So like this. Like this you can add more, but I have created each one. That means one 0%, one taxable. That means non-taxable one type, one code I have created. Taxable I have created one code. Similarly, if you want to create more, you can add more. H1, H2, H3, H4, or R7, R6, R7, like that. You can add. Now, down you have posting. Can you see here posting? Next step you have posting. Go to posting, define tax accounts. Go to define tax accounts. We have seen like we entered in the tax procedure VST,
Yes, sir.
MWS.
WS.
You have to double click on that line now. There will be key. See here, 3-digit keys.
Okay.
VST, MWS, like that. Here, MWS, output tax. Double click on output tax. What is the chart of accounts? SOIN, right?
SOIN, yes, sir.
Can you see me? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, enter.
Yes, sir.
Tax code you select now. What you should do? Because you have to check the tick mark. If you want, you can enter posting key. Click on S. You have to enter the tax code. What is tax code for output tax? We started with H0. You have to select GL account. Already we created output tax in FS00. So select that GL account. Yeah, we have created this thing. Yeah, like output tax means 100501. 100501. Input tax 100500. So here, sorry, output, sorry. See here, you people also didn't tell me. Okay, what we had entered, what is output tax now? Output tax, what we created? R9. So 100, 500 you have to enter. Then one more R8 is there, correct? R8,
Yes.
100, 500 and save it. Because output tax, that means sales tax you have to enter. Similarly, you do for VST for input tax account. Click on S. Enter the tax code. Here enter H0, 100, 501. One more code. If you have more codes, you have to enter more codes here. 501, like this. Save it. Okay, done. Okay, right. That integration also over. The tax complete the tax procedure, tax determination, they are completed. See here, we have done the purchase tax codes also we created. Codes we created like for purchase tax H0, H1, sales tax R9, R8, like this we created.
So we can give any combination of numbers.
Anything, yeah, anything, because just like how I'm creating, like that. But real time, assume that you have taken the data from clients, customers. That means from your customer team, account department from customer to whom you are implementing, which company you are implementing. From them, you are going to collect this data. Then you are going to configure this.
Okay, sir.
Before starting implementation, you have to first finalize the document like this. Then you are going to do the configuration.
Okay.
Account receivables. Okay, hopefully I think next week we can complete FICO, both FICO. I'll tell you the reason for that is Account receivables also you have seen now, it is easy. We can just follow that and we can create an account receivable just like how we did. See, I'll tell you what you have to do here. First, you have to define account group. Actually, here vendor account group is then like that. Customer account group it is called. Next class will do, but I will just show you what are the steps. Then you have to define the number ranges. Here also, there also we created number ranges. Then you have to assign the number ranges. Then you have to create a GL accounts. One for sales revenue and another one is required for accounts receivables account. There we have created account payables. Here, these steps also already you have in the system. I think I sent you the document. No, I think it's there in that. Both account receivables, account payable, both is there. So account receivables, account payables. Then after that, customer master you have to create. After customer master, you have to create a customer invoice or sales invoice it is called. There we did purchase invoice like this. Then after that, there we have done outgoing payment, but here incoming payment means you are going to receive the payment from customer. Then after that, here also customer balance you can check. Here you can check customer account line item display. There you call it as vendor line item display like this. Actually here FD10N. You can see that it is there in the list. Okay. Customer master FD01 or you can create XD01 like this. T codes. This is FS00. You have to create a GL account. So this is actually this customer account group number ranges and all that. We can do that. We can see in IMG, financial accounting. But you have account receivables, accounts payables. Under that you have customers. Under that you have control. Then you are going to define account group like this. So the next class we can do so that once this is completed, because main what is required I'll tell you, GL accounts and account receivables, account payables. When you have this information, then it is easy for all other modules because this is the data is going. This is what actually required for this information is required for all other transactions. Even for example, for a cash accounts, example, cash account also required, bank accounts also. You need a accounts payable, and even for controlling also, you need this is what actually like you need GL accounts are required. Okay, so next week you can complete FI, CO. Okay, then after that next week we can start S4HANA.
Okay.
Now I'll tell you like next class what I'm going to take. The account receivables I'm going to take. Okay. Then down payment process I'm going to take one scenario. Down payment process. Down payment can be done the same procedure whether it is for accounts payables. That means for vendor side or customer side. Any one I will tell you. The procedure maybe it is same. Maybe like accounts payable will do. Okay. Then after that, like dunning is there, dunning procedure. Once you do that, then accounts payable and all that is over. Then we have to do this cash account and bank account. If you do this, this won't take much time because you have all the information what is required for controlling. So like Okay, fine. Then we'll see next week.
Okay, sir.
So just you need to practice. I'll send you this.
Okay, sir.
Practice it because already you have the document. For others also I'll give you. Even for this cash and bank account, controlling also I'll give you. Step by step it will be there. So you just practice it. Practically I'm showing
Sure.
you. You need to practice 3-4 times. That's it. Each one you have to practice 3-4 times. Then you will become expert. 4-5 times you do it each time. That means 4-5
Sure.
complete course. Do everything, whatever I'm doing, repeat that 3-4 times.
Sure.
Because it won't change wherever you go in the world, wherever SAP is there, the same application you have to use. It won't change.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Whether you work in India or USA, Canada, wherever SAP is there, that same application you have to work. Whether you go to Dubai or Singapore, wherever it is, same application you have to work. Same, you need to practice. That's it.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
And then next week we'll see. Okay, then bye.
Sure. Bye, sir.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir. Bye, sir.